Halfshelltoys, rocking that flipping history. Nostalgia's where it's at, I can prove it. Come in here and just take a look at it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Halfshelltoys and Collectibles. It is Monday morning, March 17th, and we had 2 sales over the weekend, which is terrible. We're usually used to 10 to 15 sales a weekend, and that hasn't been the case for a while. I think last weekend we had 8, which is far better than the 2 we had this weekend. We did sell some cool stuff, so we'll get to that in a second. Later on in this video, there will be a clip of some of the things that we sourced this weekend, and most of them were sourced off Facebook Marketplace. Now, I have been trying to do a lot more sourcing on there just because, and I am looking at stuff that I normally wouldn't look at. You just can't find 80's collectibles hardly anymore on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. So I'm really starting to look at other things that I could possibly buy. And when I'm doing that, I sometimes stumble upon 80's items that I wouldn't be searching for, but I run across them, do a little bit of quick research, and I've actually purchased a couple of things over the last 2 or 3 days that are 80's related. So one of those being, I think they're called glow bugs, and they're little vinyl figures that were part of the glowworms line in the 80's, early 90's. So we did buy some of those. Those should be in the mail today. And then I bought a lot of World War I, World War II, and some war medals from Spain, and a couple from England, I believe. So it's just one big lot of war medals that I normally wouldn't purchase. But the price seemed right, so I bought them. Once they get here, I'm going to try to find somebody who is a collector or is knowledgeable about medals and have them take a look and see if they're legit. I have a feeling about half of them are probably going to be fake, but there's some in there that look authentic just based on the age. Some of them look brand new. So I have a feeling those are going to be fake, but who knows? So it was like $25 for the lot shipped. Wasn't a huge gamble. So hopefully it'll pay off. If I can make a couple $100 off the deal, I'll be super happy. So, and then we made an offer on some Care Bear stuff this morning. We're waiting to see if that offer gets accepted. I've kind of been working with the seller a little bit over the last couple of days. And then so I shot them an offer with what I think I can afford. So hopefully later on in this video, you guys will see that stuff. And then it'll be on eBay the next week or 2. So let's go ahead and get into the 2 items that we sold. Star Trek lunchbox. Now, it's got a lot of pitting in the metal and the paint, but this is still a very collectible lunchbox. Actually, the bottom of it is probably in the best condition out of the whole lunchbox. The bottom of it's in really good shape. But this lunchbox, it's complete. It's got the thermos. It's got the light blue thermos. The clip on it is still good, so it still functions like it's supposed to. But it's very much an entry-level lunchbox. If this lunchbox was in great condition, almost perfect condition, and it had the purple thermos per se, there was 2, a purple or a light blue. This one has the light blue. But if it had the purple, which is the more rare, and it was in great condition, this lunchbox would be worth hundreds of dollars. So it's very much an entry-level collector lunchbox. The buyer paid $40.34 for it. I think we listed it for like $49.99. Then it went 15% off because we're running that sale right now. And then I put out an extra 5% offer to those who were viewing the ad, and someone bid. So they took it for $40.37 plus shipping. Shipped, it was $57.39. So, you know, someone either getting into collecting lunchboxes bought this, or someone who had it when they were a kid, just didn't want to spend hundreds of dollars for a perfect one, and just spent the $60 to get this to sit in their den or their living room or their office so they can look at it and remind themselves of their childhood. So that is really cool. I wish we could sell multiple items like this a day, but the market just isn't there right now. And I'm hoping that once we get over this hurdle of winter and start really getting into spring and income tax returns start to flow in, that people are more up to spending the money to buy those childhood memories. And that takes me to my next item. And it is this 1996 Grand Champions Clydesdale horse. Now, my sister had some of these. My wife had some of these. Almost every single person that I know, every single guy friend of mine that I know that collects, their wives had these. You know, these were pretty much a staple for girls in the 90s. Now, this horse, they don't sell for a ton. Some of them are rarer than others, but they're just like action figures. They sell for the most when they have all the accessories. Some came with like water pails and fruit, the plastic fruit to give the horse, and some of them came with foals or colts. So there was sometimes a lot of different items that went with these, and the more accessories you have with the horse, the higher the price. So this one sold for $17, and I believe the buyer sent me an offer for $17, because I think I had it listed for $19.99. And so the buyer, this is a bigger horse. It's a bigger one, so it's going to go in a little bit bigger box. The buyer spent $28.04 on this item. So there's a 90s girl out there somewhere that just bought this, and wants to relive that moment. And that's what Half Shell Toys is all about. Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, and we had one sale yesterday, and we shipped it off yesterday and didn't do a video, but it was this sticker right here. We went to Dutch Brothers on Monday. It was St. Patrick's Day, and we got a couple stickers with our drinks. Listed that one as soon as we got home Monday, and it sold Tuesday morning. And then this morning, Wednesday, we sold this one. This one sold for $6. The other one sold for $8. So that paid for our coffee and a little bit of our next one. So that's always a good sale when we can get free coffee out of those. The next thing that we sold was these glowworm friends. They're from 1985. They glow in the dark. And I believe these are from the same line as the glowworm. So these were little vinyl toys that you could buy back in 1985. If that's not true, someone correct me, but I believe they're from the Glowbug plushie line. And these are the other two. It was a lot of 4. Now, the prices on these are kind of all over the place. There was some of them that were around $100 just for one. And I don't know if they were super rare or whatever, but the sold comps didn't show any going for that or more. They were all little lots, and they were all going for around 30 to 40 bucks. So we listed these 4 for $35. And this lot went within the first 10 minutes that they were listed. We listed a total of 3 lots of 4. So if you're looking for some of these, if you're a collector, there's still 2 lots as of right now on our eBay store. So, and that link is in the description of the video. So that was a great sale. $34.99 plus shipping. The buyer paid $44.04 total shipping and taxes. So that was a great flip. We paid $35 for the lot of 12, and we still have 2 lots left to go. So that lot pays for it. And then the next thing that we sold was this Super Mario 3 manual. It's in really good condition. The pages are tore a little bit at the staple, but not very bad. the staple isn't rusty. That's something I always look at when I look at these before I sell them. I always check to make sure the staples aren't rusty. This one isn't. It's in good shape, no rust. So this sold, we took an offer on this for $7.50 plus shipping. The buyer paid $13.75 shipped for that item. We got one more, and it is this Pokemon DVD. There are 4 cartoons or 4 movies on this disc. The disc is in perfect condition, and it sold for $4 plus shipping, so $9.20. Kind of a low sale. I'm surprised that this actually sold for less than what a Dutch Brothers sticker did, but hey, it's money in my pocket. It's money for my family. So I'm glad to see it go, so something else can move into its place. So those are our 4 or 5 sales for the last 2 days. I've got 3 Facebook Marketplace pickups that I would like to share with you guys. And all 4 of these were 2 to 5 hours-ish from where I live. So every single one of them were not offering shipping in their ad, but I messaged them and asked if they would be willing to ship if I paid for the shipping. And each one of them said yes, which I was really surprised because most of the time I get a straight no. It's always risky doing this because you don't know if the person's actually going to send you the item or not. They could just not do it and keep your money. I always pay through PayPal or Venmo and pay for it as goods and services, so I could work with the payment companies to try to get my money back if they didn't send it. But luckily all 3 of these came through, and so in those 3 lots that I bought, I have about $200 invested in the 3 lots that I'm going to show you, and I should be able to make probably close to $2,000 off all 3 lots. So that's great. When you can take your money and you can times it by 10, that is like the ultimate thing you want to do in reselling. I didn't dicker with these people. There was one of the lots I did, but it was only by like $15 to kind of cover my shipping costs, and she was totally cool with it. The other 2 lots, I paid full price plus more. I sent them a little bit of extra money. It was like a tip for, just saying thank you for taking this stuff from your house to the post office for me. So I'm going to be doing this a lot more. I'm going to be looking for stuff on Marketplace, and it's been so hard for me to source good vintage stuff from the 80s, like those glow bugs, locally. I can't find anything anymore within like an hour radius of my house like I used to. 10 years ago, I could take an SUV, drive an hour or 2, and fill it with vintage toys. I can't do that anymore. It's impossible. So Facebook Marketplace every night while I'm sitting chilling, holding my son, and just running through ads looking for stuff that's still cheap enough with paying shipping that I can make money on. So far, after doing this for a week, I think it's something that can pay off, and I'm going to keep doing it. So let's go ahead, and we'll go ahead and show you these 3 lots we picked up off Marketplace over the weekend. So this was our first pickup this week. We got this off Facebook Marketplace. These war medals. Top row up here, I think for the most part is American. And then these as well. But then there's some Spanish ones. Russian. I believe these are Spanish as well. I don't know what the value is on these, but I only paid $25 shipped for them, so I should be able to make some money. I know that this is the Bronze Star, and it can bring $60 to $100, but on the rest of them, though, I really don't have a clue. So I'm going to have to do some research, but I thought it was a pretty decent pickup for $25. This was our second pickup off Facebook Marketplace. These are from the 80s. They are called Glow Bug Friends. And they do pretty decent, actually. I was really surprised. I had never seen them before. And so I took a chance on them. I purchased the lot for $35 shipped. And I've already sold this lot back here for $35 plus shipping on eBay. So that pretty much pays for the other lots. And these two lots are currently in our store right now for $34.99 plus shipping. So if you ever see these, definitely pick them up. They're not very big, 2.5, 3 inches tall, and they glow in the dark. I believe a lot of them are advertised as finger puppets, but still really cool to pick up. You know, they are a staple from the 80s, apparently. That one of the items that I didn't know about that do really well. There's some of them listed individually on eBay for close to $100 or more, but I don't see any sold comps for prices that high. So I just lotted them up, $34.99 for 4. So, and that for this lot back here sold within 10 minutes of me listing these. So who knows? One of these might be really rare or something. I don't know. But I don't know enough about them, so I just went off current sold comps on them. So, but they're really cool. I'm always happy to pick up things from the 80s. So that was a really good pickup. All right, guys, this is the big score of the week. So we found these on Facebook Marketplace about 2 hours from here. And the lady was kind enough to accept our offer and then ship them to us. Now, these are cartoon cells from the 1985 Care Bear movie. And I have a total of 17 of them. She had a lot more that she'd been selling online, but this is what she had left. So I'm really excited to have these. This one has notes on it. It's pretty cool. And there's a stack of them here. But it's just a few examples of what we picked up in the lot. It's just, these things have been tucked away for over 35 years. And it is just so cool to have them in my possession. Now, what we're planning on doing with these is we're planning on selling them individually on eBay. And they go anywhere between $60 to $100, $120 a piece, depending on the subject matter. And this is basically all of them. There's a few other ones in here, but they're kind of close to the same as these. Like, you know, that one there is the same to this one here, but his arm's just in a different place. So we have a few that we're going to be able to link up as well, because there's some of them in here where the Care Bear doesn't have their symbol on their belly. Like that one there doesn't have a symbol. There was another one too. I thought there was like a raccoon cousin that didn't have a symbol in here or something. But we'll probably lot those ones up with another cell and sell them as a pair on eBay. But still, I think we've got a fair amount of artwork here to make our money back and then some. So this was an amazing deal. We bought these for less than $10 a piece, and we should be able to make, like I said, $60 to $120 a piece on them. Really good deal. I'm not a Care Bear person, but part of me wants to keep one of these just to have the history. So I may do that and frame one for myself to hang up in my room to go along with all my other 80s collectibles. But super, super cool find. and I'm so thankful to have them. But it's Thursday, and we only had one sale overnight. It is this Blinky Bucky O'Hare action figure from 1990. And I've got his little gun here, so he's complete. And he sold for $23.08. I sent out a 5% off offer on him. And so the buyer paid $32.50 shipped for this. So technically that's the value of this figure. So that's the only thing we sold in the last 24 hours. But I do have some good news. We, even though sales are slow, we still need to be looking for inventory, great inventory. And there is a collector slash reseller that lives about 20 minutes from me that listed his entire collection last night. And it's within a price range that I can swing for. So I am heading that way in the next hour to take a look at it. And then if it's something that I think I can afford and be beneficial to my business, we will go back this evening when he gets off work and we will load it up and bring it home. So hopefully after this video airs Friday evening, we will have another video come out maybe on Monday showcasing the lot of toys and other collectibles that we pick up from him. Fingers crossed we can make that happen. It'd be really, really awesome if we could get it, because I have got so much stuff in my shop that just needs to be sold via yard sale, that if I were to get this lot of toys, I really wouldn't have to do much sourcing this summer, which would mean I can do more yard sales here at my house. And I plan on doing just Saturday only yard sales. That way I can still source at yard sales on Thursdays and Fridays. Typically, by the time Saturday rolls around, the garage sales have been pretty well picked through, unless there's Saturday only sales. So, and there may be some here or there throughout the summertime that I'll have to have some family cover me at my own yard sales, so I can run to those if they look good enough to take the time to go to. But so this potential lot that we're going to look at could really secure my summer sourcing for me. So fingers crossed we can make that happen. And so yeah, so that's it for today. Hopefully we'll have some sales in the next 24 hours so I can have you back here on Friday. And hey, wish me luck. Hey everybody, it's Friday. We sold 2 items overnight. Nothing huge. We sold this Pokemon card. It sold for $1.04 plus shipping. And then we sold this set of like 1960s, early 70s Christmas candles. The original price on these was 29 cents. I don't know if you can see that. 29 cents a piece. So pretty cool. They're a little dusty. We cleaned them up as best we could. But very cool set of vintage Christmas candles. And they sold for $17.82 plus shipping. The buyer ended up paying $21.68 for these. Now, last night I went and picked up a massive lot of, I'll do my best impression of Donald Trump, huge toy collection. And so as soon as I get done recording this, we're basically going to change this into a sorting room and start sorting through all this stuff. I want to get a item count so I can know what I have invested into every single item. And I'm just going to do that across the board. So I'm just going to, the amount of items I have divided by what I paid, and go from there. So there's a lot of loose stuff. There's a lot of mock stuff. And there's some VHS, there's some cards, there's some comics, there's just a bunch of stuff. Basically bought out a personal collection / inventory that he had to resell at local toy shows. He didn't sell online, just did it locally. So there's also a lot of modern stuff that is new within like the last 2 years, and some as recently as like the last year. And that stuff, I understand. I probably won't get much more than retail on those, if less maybe than retail, because some of those have sold on clearance recently too. So, but if I'm into each item, you know, $2 to $3, and I'm selling it for 10, or I'm selling it for 8, I'm still making some money on those items. Obviously, there's going to be items that are worth $50 to $100, $120 to $200 a piece. But that will make up for those lower sales. But I'm super excited to share this with you guys. So I'll be releasing probably a 2 or 3 part series on this haul. And it'll all be sorted in here. And I'll do my best to show you guys everything that we picked up. I'm really, really, really excited about this. I just literally posted on Instagram Monday of this week a photo of myself from like 10 years ago with a carload of toys, saying you don't come across lots like this size anymore, and I wish I could keep filling up my rig with vintage toys. Well, I had to go get a moving truck to get this stuff home. That's how big this lot is. It's probably well over 1,000 items is my guess. So my guess is I'm going to be into each item about $3. I'm hoping for less than that. It'd be really cool if I can get that cost down to like $275 or $250 an item, but we'll see. For that to happen, I'm going to have like 1,500 items in this lot, and we'll go over that in the videos for it. But this is probably the largest lot that I've ever purchased, and it was probably the most I've ever spent on a lot. But I think the value is there at least times 3 or 4. I'm really excited about that. So keep your eye out for that video. The first one will probably come out Monday is my guess. And then we'll try to put one out Wednesday and maybe one Friday, because it's going to take a lot. It's going to take at least an hour and a half to 2 hours of video to probably cover everything. So, but it'll be fun, and I'm hoping it gets my channel moving and get me the views and the subs that I need to get this thing monetized, so it can start to generate some funds to help support my family. So if you like the content you're seeing and gonna be seeing, hit that subscribe button, the like button, share button. We really thank you for your support. And there's ways down in the description that you can support us in other ways. I just really appreciate all of you that have come on board and subbed already. You know, I want to build a miniature empire to help support my family, and we couldn't do it without those of you that have stepped up and helped support us so far. So thank you very much. Keep an eye out for those videos. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe. See you on the next one. All right, guys, so this is what we got. The truck here is just full of toys. Got a shelving unit here that he threw in, a couple tables, display rack, stuff that I actually do need. So that was kind of nice. But all of these boxes are full of toys. And like I was saying, there's a lot of modern stuff in here, and there's a lot of vintage. But there's just totes stacked up back there, 2-3 high. So we're gonna go through all of this stuff, and we're gonna break it down to what categories we got: Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, Motu. There's a bunch of movie posters back here. It's raining right now here in Oregon, and it's really windy. So we're gonna have to get creative with how we're doing this. So let's go ahead and get started.
Halfshelltoys, rocking that flipping history. Nostalgia's where it's at. I can prove it. Come in here and just take a look at it. Look no further. We got your childhood memories.